Hello, and welcome to Plebpla. Directly to you, because I'm incredibly tardy. Work happened. A lot of work. But I digress. We are here with an SD review. Today, we are reviewing the Kidou Musha Ootsuna. Now, I normally wouldn't waste an entire review on just one small boy, perhaps two or three, but this man is a special one. We're gonna start with the basic, the simple parts. We have here a beam fan, and even though you can't see it on the sparkles, perhaps right there you can kind of see. You better see it, it's easier to see in person, excuse me. And you kind of, yeah, there we go. You can see the imprint of a character on there. I promise you I have no idea what that says. Even if I could read it, it's incredibly faint. Over here we have the small boy himself. He has a couple of little nice, gold injected cannons on the back. A couple stickers here on each cannon. We're gonna slide these just out of the way. That's your range of motion on them. So we can cover this boy. Like most SDs, the helmet will come off, and it is, of course, traditionally sticker heavy. You got one up here, you got a couple on the sides here, but no back camera. As you can see, our gold parts here are the regular, plated, front side plated. I went through and at least on any seams that were on the side, because it wasn't undergated, covered it up with my gold gunpla marker. Our gentleman here, whose name I do not know. Typical exorcist twist here for the head. Back, nothing forward. A little bit of head wobble because it's on a regular ball and open socket. As you can see, stickers here on the chin and the eyes, one piece. These shoulders here are one wraparound sticker. Arms go all the way around. They are not hindered by the backpack. Same here. On the front, of course, the body is four pieces, front, back, and then your backpack piece here. So you've got a sticker here and here, one across the bottom of the chest, one across this top piece, which I think the gold goes into the silver here, and then this is actually just two stickers. You've got the front skirts here, two stickers, none on the back. Your feet here, typical ball and socket. We'll get half of your twist. These are also a bit shiny injected, the same way that the Crossbone X0 is. Two stickers across the front of the shoes. Let's go ahead and pop his helmet back on. We have for him one singular accessory here. This, if it will focus, please, s'il vous plaît. There it goes. Does is clearly a crossbow type thing, but it is also bird. And if we engage bird here, and let's see if I can recall, put this piece right here and this right here. No, that's backwards. My apologies. Rotate the board. Get these pieces right here. And you have a couple of holes on the bottom of the feet that you can plant these overly long pegs into, and he can ride. Your little fan blade weapon just slots right into the hand. And as is, late 80s, early 90s SDs are, that is the limit of articulation. So we're going to zoom. Oh. Well, let's get to the cloth. We have more. He is not only a simple boy, but he is also a hefty man. He does the Gurren Lagann, and he bulks up. You can see my shadow flexing. I apologize for that. So we're gonna stop right there, and let's behold the manual, which I was keeping secret. This is the full mast of the man, the Kidou Musha Ootsuna. There's our standard man right here. Here is our box art. And then down here we have, of course, that. And, you know, there's a back view of it. You can see some arrows going on. This goes into here. We will cover this. We break open. And there's a lot more information about the mobile suit itself. And our little crossbow weapon here. As you can see, this point's going from here to here. So he has one heck of a transformation gimmick. There's the little flight rider here. And here's a manga panel, which we can see right over here. As is tradition, the SD Gundam kits, or the Musha SD kits, come with an ongoing story. We have the small boy, I guess, being held by his larger armor ride. And by some fashion, he gets mad. They combine. And looks like he's under attack here. And decides, nah, I'm done being chained down. Sick of you. Now, over here, however, we have our instructions. The traditional warnings. And rather than being in black, the entire printing is in blue. So that makes it, I don't know, it feels like a little harder because it's a 90s printing quality. It's very... There you go. There's our instructions here. Very simple, the old school style of having to identify a Japanese character as opposed to a letter or number on your stickers. Assembly. A very simple body assembly here, as we saw. A lot of sandwiching parts. And here we go with the big head assembly. Big torso assembly. Moosh it all together. Now granted, I did entirely skip a whole page because it goes like so. Here's step 5 where we have the assembly of the complex arms. We get down to some backpack pieces here. A couple of feet. And of course back to step 12 and 13 with my arm in the way. Fold that back. There's the head. There's general assembly, showing off that these things are spring-loaded, but not very effectively. And then we get to special instruction, which we will do live on camera for my first time. So over here, and I'm gonna kind of step around my camera so I quit being in the shadow and try this from a different side. No, that is not working. Here we go. This works. So in this form, we have shoulder pieces over here that kind of cover the big gap there in the shoulder. At least it's something. Because when you bring the arm up, arms go up to here. They do have an elbow bend. We're going to take this off. As you can see, there is an elbow in there. We get the arm that goes that far back before getting blocked up by these backpack pieces. No movement in the waist whatsoever, as is tradition. The head, doesn't even. I'm not even going to consider that movement. You've got some pieces back here that kind of wibble and wobble, but they're not supposed to. This motion I don't think is correct, but due to the way that it plugs in, It's just a straight hole and a straight peg. There's no like control to keep it from going back, but I guess that does allow for a little bit more arm movement when it's there. This arm only rotates, so any other arm movement is done within this joint here, followed by this weird elbow. Now over here, there is a switch. During construction, or even included, there are 3 springs included in this set. One of which is over here in our crossbow bit. And I believe, unless I lost them like a fool, I don't know where I put them. This could be a slight problem. I'm stepping away from the camera. Oh dear. Oh dear. One moment. Well, it seems that I have mistakenly thrown out a couple of optional pieces in the trash like an idiot. A shame that. There are 3. I'm trying to look for a comparison here. I don't really have any easy access. Nope, sure don't. Dang, that's lame. No, I don't think they're stashed anywhere on him. Dang, I can't believe I did that. That's disappointing. So there are 3 little pink, effect parts that match this, the same sparkle. One of which you would fit in here, and you would try as you might engage the spring-loaded action, and it would. He's fine. It would typically shoot forth, but perhaps I've assembled it wrong, and I don't understand the instructions, or the springs are original 90s springs, because also these fists are also supposed to be spring-loaded. Things are going awry. This is, the butt end of Friday the 13th. So I can understand a little bit of bad luck. But it's supposed to be my good day, because I have bad luck all the rest of the time. So as we whoosh this man back together, because he did kind of fall apart when he hit the ground. Alright. Go there. And maybe I didn't throw them. Maybe I put them somewhere and I've forgotten where. But I digress. This fist with this very, very large sticker that is one solid sticker is designed in a way that you're supposed to be able to spring it out, but it doesn't really spring, and you'd be more inclined to just keep it locked in place so it's a fist and does not fall out. Of course, typical of your SD Gundam, even at this scale, feet are very simplistic. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to move back to the other side of the camera and be in the shadow of the camera, probably. Absolutely. Or try not to be. And let us engage in transformation. We're going to do this live. We're not going to fast forward, because I'm going to talk. Because I have also not experienced this. So we need to separate our backpack pieces. I'm going to take this fan out, put him to the side. We're going to have to take the arms off as well. This little back pointy arrow bit will come off. It looks like we need to separate these red parts also as well. We will take our feet out. Typical ball and socket bits. Go there. We take, slowly, carefully, we take the helmet off. This comes off and reveals a smaller, more appropriate head, as well as peeling the arms. So here on the back, we've engaged all of this. Now let's go for the arms. Holding an arm, we're going to swing this around and rotate it. Ah, yes. So let's also, where'd the other arm go? Here we go. Swing this around and rotate. Yes. Yes. Now let me show you something inside of here. While you do get one sticker, you get a three-dimensional around it. A nice bubbly, please. This is a round sticker. I love this. I really like this. More SDs, I wish could get those, but this is not your typical SD. Okay, and these do separate like so. Cut this apart. What we do is we will rotate this. This will become the front now. We will engage a side skirt. Side skirting will go here and here. These here are what were the backpack, now are clearly feet. Pop that in and pop that in there. Yeah, that looks... Yes, that looks right. That is correct. That is the right side. The correct side. So let's grab this. Pop this foot in. And connect this man. Very nice. Yeah. Alright. We in there. We're doing it. And now, the upper body. Up here, we have our torso. This sparkly bit goes on the back of the head here. Weird little antenna flex. The head, which doesn't actually tell me how it's supposed to come apart, just that it do. Seemingly, oh, but probably need to take this out. Somehow, some way, if we flex it enough, there it goes, that comes out. Oof, I feel like I'm gonna break it doing that. That's always the scariest thing, when you break something this old. So we also need to take your helmet off. Straighten your feet out, and you actually ride in your boy. I guess your arms go up. They surely don't fit downward. Oh, is your backpack exposed? Or just the back? I think the backpack is supposed to come off. It is possible. Let's try it without. Let's see how that goes. And we shuffle them in here. There's no secure standing. And we're gonna squish you right down in there. There's a couple of little blocks and tabs in there. But are you in? Is this the move? Kind of. It feels firm. But also it's not entirely there. Okay, you can see this peg here, and there's a little hook there. So at least it lines up. I'm gonna pull this off screen a second. See if we can't fine tune something. hard to go front first. I guess that, no, I don't like how that's sitting. Alright, I think I've got it now. It's just gonna be a little wobbly. A little wobble. It's fine. Now, definitely on the front here, I'm gonna engage you in this big crest. Maybe. There it goes. So there's that. Then over here, I'm not sure where you go. Backpack piece? The instructions unclear due to ancient... Let me see if there's a back picture of this large man. There is not. Oh, wait, what is that? Oh, there it is. I see now. It's kind of there. It's just a later step that's not clear at all. So this, like so, it's supposed to fit around here? But what does it hook into? Like, what secures it? Nothing secures that. Like, nothing actually secures it. Which is the same with these. These go here, but nothing secures them in place. Almost like it's not quite right. Like, I assembled something wrong, but I didn't. This is weird. I'm not a fan of these unclear instructions. So that's that. And then you'll take these pieces. I know I'm super blocking the light. I am so sorry, folks. Like, I'm not looking at the viewfinder at all. I'm looking at the kit. These plug into here. Okay, yeah, that's great. That's good and all, but then nothing holds this in place. There's nothing holding this in place. Oh wait! I forgot. Yeah, PCI. It tells you in these transformation instructions to take this last polycap, which I better not lose. And that plugs into here. And now that will plug, is supposed to plug into the back. Meaning then that these red bits are where they're supposed to be, and this is supposed to go here. The other one fell. There. Yes. 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 Okay, good. Bueno. Now we need to solve the arms. Okay. plug in, put top. Got it. So from here, now finally, we plug these arms in, just like that. Just like this. Each of these goes sideways, and that will turn down and plug into the top here. Alright. Yeah. Alright, there we go. And that will go here. And we have our very large, let me adjust the camera, no longer SD. He's leaning a bit. You can take your crossbow and fold that up. And that will also plug, optionally, back here in this back skirt. But then I don't like that this piece goes missing. Hold on. I don't like that. You take out this shiny piece that can be easily lost. For the sake of storing the... So then what if we don't lose this shiny? Put that back in the slot here. And on these side skirts, no. Side skirts are no. That's a heckin' problem. So your option to store your crossbow is either over here on the arm where it goes, or back here and maybe misplace this piece like I misplaced the projectiles. So let's go ahead and equip arms. And we'll rotate you over here. Oh, look. Okay, so let's try this then. Will it snap in, or does it just flop and bojangle about? Excellent. It does not fully attach in. Sword. For he has a sword. You can plug this onto the side skirt back here. That's a nice firm attachment right there. That works. Come on. Of course, this is your usual silver injected material. I did take the gold paint and went across it, covering in some of those details just for fun. But that fits right in here. Will this perhaps fit into this fist very well? Will it go into fist? It fits into the fist perfectly fine. This is acceptable. It's certainly better than it flopping about. So here we have a full scale. That's almost a 100 scale. Let's see a few things. Articulation, we have, because it's just a ball joint on a leg, that only goes so far. It does not kick forward at all. We do get a back kick and, good range of motion on the foot, but no forward. Barely any side. At least you can do this, but then what's the point of a front kick if you can't side kick? Some weird design choices there. I guess you get a little bit of knee bend. I don't know. The head up here gets about halfway before I popped that chin against the shoulder. Yep, I did it again. Locks the chin piece against the shoulder. The arms still at least get a full rotation. They go out under here from the arm. They get this elbow bend, so, and then, oh look, a bicep twist. So at least your arms have some alright articulation. It's decent. The legs are garbage articulation though. And of course, this unreliable place to put that. I'm gonna see if I can't stick this back in the hand before I lose it too. And the fist fell out. Suave. Glorious day. The fists don't even really move at all. It's an SD, alright. Now, if you'll bear with me for just a moment, I'm going to go off screen, go to the big wall of shelves, and grab this man, this large, dusty old man. I can be referenced. We have the original 100 Master Scale Kidou Musha Gundam standing next to the Kidou Musha Ootsuna. If I stand Musha up straight, this SD amalgamation is taller, even just going by the top of the head. He's just barely taller. Or perhaps that's just my perspective. Your perspective, they're about the same height, but consider, this is an SD model kit, and this is a Master Grade 1/100 model kit. Absolutely. This is certainly an interesting piece of modeling history. An interesting piece of the SD Gundam BBSenshi line of products. However, ZEON's gonna have to say, pass on it. Now, it does have the really interesting gimmick of being an SD kit with like a power armor that transforms into what is effectively a 1/100 scale size model, but it's still an SD kit even at this size. The articulation is terribly limited. There's clearly problems with the attachment points on various pieces, especially these backpack pieces here. Because as you saw, it just fell off as I was trying to figure things out. I'm going to shovel that back in there. The recommended storage spot for its own weapons are either lose a piece or fall off. So lose a piece. Lose a turn. That doesn't even sit in there. How was this planned? Where does it say to put this? You put it on the arm in that peg hole, or on this back skirt where it doesn't tell you to replace the sparkly part. You still get some leftover pieces even when your boy is inside, and it is a very interesting and niche display piece, but I certainly wouldn't recommend it unless you have that big interest in the BBSenshi line and you happen to find this thing on sale. I've had this in my backlog for over a year, and if I recall my timeline correctly, it was a part of either a flash sale or a Black Friday sale that I got on like the slow boat through Hobby Search, which is my preferred go-to when it comes to importing my model kits and getting them very fast. That shipping is expensive as heck, but you'll have it next week. That's my preference. I'm not sponsored. But I am thanking you for watching. Stay tuned for more giant robot antics, video games, reviews, and all sorts of stuff. I keep saying I'm gonna do anime reviews, and maybe one day I'll finally do it. Who knows? Who cares? I care, and I hope you care, because I thank y'all for watching. And as always, SIEG ZEON.